السلام عليكم. This is video 32 in which we continue dealing with to investigate or not to investigate decision. In the last one we have summarized the decision in a table or a matrix that has two main options: to investigate and not to investigate. Also, this table has four main cells. First cell, that is when a decision maker decides to investigate a cost variance that is under control. The afforded cost equals investigation cost only. Why? Since it's under control, so it will not be repeated. It will be automatically eliminated. So no extra cost needed. Just investigation. When you investigate it, you detect that it's under control. So you realize that you don't need any additional cost since it will be automatically eliminated. It's random. Second cell, when you decide to investigate a cost variance while it's out of control, it will not be eliminated. It will happen in the next period and next and next. So you need to apply corrective procedures to correct it. As a result, additional cost appears. That is correction cost. So in this cell, total cost you are gonna afford is total of investigation and correction cost. Then moving to the second option, that is not to investigate option. If you decide not to investigate, so you will not afford investigation cost, and variance was under control, so it will be eliminated. So you will not afford any cost. So zero cost is afforded under this situation if you decide not to investigate a cost variance that is under control. Then moving to the last cell, that is if you decide not to investigate a cost variance that is out of control. Now let's see. Since you decide not to investigate, you will not afford investigation cost. Since you don't investigate, so you can't apply correction procedure, so you will not afford correction cost. However, since variance is out of control, so it will happen in the next period and next and next. The continuation of variance leads to a cost or a loss afforded by the company. We call it, or we name it, cost of continuation, variance continuation cost, and we denote it as CON. So after filling the four cells of the table, next step is to compute the expected cost of both options, the expected cost of to investigate option and the expected cost of not to investigate option. Simply as you have been taken before, expected cost equals cost times related probability. So the expected cost of to investigate equals investigation cost times its related probability, that is P1. This is for the first cell, plus total of investigation cost and correction cost times its related probability, that is P2. So the expected cost of to investigate option equals investigated cost times P1 plus total of investigation cost and correction cost times P2. Total represents expected cost of to investigate. Similarly, the expected cost of not to investigate equals zero cost times related probability of P1 plus continuation cost times related probability of P2. Total of both 0 times P1 plus continuation cost times P2 total equals expected cost of not to investigate, the expected cost of not to investigate option. Then comparing the expected cost of to investigate and the expected cost of not to investigate. Finally, you select the option that provides lower cost. So, as an exercise, if the company suffered from a related issue to insufficient use of direct material, the following information is available. P1 is 20%. Remember, P1 refers to probability of cost variance to be under control. Second, investigation cost is 1400 while correction cost is 4000. In addition, continuation cost is 6000. Required, choose whether to investigate or not to investigate. Now let's see. First, you should prepare the matrix or the table of the decision. So, as previously stated, if you decide to investigate while variance is under control, you will afford only investigation cost given as 1400. While if you decide to investigate a cost variance that is out of control, you will afford total of 1400 investigation plus 4000 correction cost. Then, if you decide not to investigate a cost variance that is under control, zero cost is afforded. While if cost variance was out of control, you will afford cost of continuation, cost variance continuation as 6000. Accordingly, the expected cost of to investigate option equals 80% times 5400 plus